literally on the floor of my room right now. I actually haven't filmed a room tour either. Exactly. We just came back from NLE Choppa actually, yes. Which is pretty funny.
It was really, he's a character. Pretty good. I've seen myself in it.
Dude. Anyways, while we munch on these, we're gonna be talking about, there's this debate trio on TikTok. We stole a prompt last time, so we're gonna do it again. I love that. Would you rather like date someone that you like more, or would you rather
they like you more?
Yeah, it kind of sucks to be on like the other end. Like you're the person that likes them more. So honestly, I'd rather that they like me more.
I also would like that they'd rather like me more, because I feel like at the end of the day, like I do think that should be like equal. Like you both want each other as much as you want, you know, you want each other. But I do like the idea that they like you more, because I feel like when they like you more, you know that the idea that you know that they're there for you, they care for you, and then there's no like second guessing, there's no doubt, because he makes the love so easy.
I also feel like that's what a lot of people say too about like being in a relationship with like a guy and a girl. Like the guy always has to like you more for it to actually work out.
Yeah, that's like I heard that many times too. Like my mom literally would tell me, she's like, you have to find someone that likes you more than you like them. My dad actually liked my mom more.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah. And I think the pattern is going. She always tells me, I hear from other people, they're telling me that like you gotta like have someone, because I feel like it gives you a sense of security too, like, you know.
That's true. It usually works out better that way, because I feel like the girls always like overthinking things. But I feel like for a guy, like, you know, if they just like really like you and stuff, like they'll do things for you.
And then when a guy does things for you or care about you, it's also really cute. Like, oh, you thought about me this, you thought about me this. Like, it's really cute. Like, I feel like often the girls always do stuff like that for other people. So I feel like a switch, like a switch in roles is also really, like, you know, like, oh, you don't really care for people, but you care for me. But definitely, like, you guys both have to have attraction towards each other. Do you think that, like, if you personally don't find them cute, that, like, once you get to know them, it would change their your perceptions of them? Or do you think that just, you know, it just won't change?
I think it's possible, because oh my god, you know how sometimes like your dreams or like your brain just like fucks you over? Completely friend zoned this guy in my head, and then I had a dream about him that was dating him. And then when I woke up, like, I saw him a little different for, like, that entire day. And, like, that messed me up so bad. Because I was like, okay, wait, like, why does he seem kind of cute?
What's your take on, like, friends to lovers? Because you have to be friends first. So do you think they'll always...
The thing is, I feel like friends to lovers, for me, it's, like, I never truly saw them as, like, a friend.
Oh, okay. So you had
it was, like, that friend that I had interest in.
So there was always, like, a different...
Oh, what's your take on that?
I think, in most cases, like... I know people say like, oh yeah, like girls can't be like friends with guys unless they like each other or something like that, but I think truly you can be friends with a guy and not like them. I do like the idea of friends love, just so you have the foundation before starting a relationship. Yeah,
that's the thing, because like I feel like strangers to lovers can be a little risky sometimes. I feel like I got lucky with most of the people that I met through apps, but like you're still gonna find ops, because at the end of the day they're a stranger. So I feel like people should bring back, oh, like introducing like your friends
to friends, like your hey, I know friend, like you. Okay, that's what my sister's been doing. You see that? No, like remember when she posted on the story?
Oh,
I don't know why people don't want to put labels, but like that's a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I can't stand situationships. Like you need to figure that shit out. Like
why is a situation? Figure the situation out.
Like I feel like usually by the first month you kind of have an idea of like where it's going, and like if you don't see any progress, like just stop wasting people's time.
Yeah, like you're wasting each other. Like why would you be in something that you know that's not gonna go anywhere?
Because people say 3 months is the max, but I'm like, low-key 3 months might actually be a lot too, depending on like how often you're talking to them.
Yeah, it also goes into like friends with benefit. I don't understand the idea
of
that.
My god, yeah.
That's like I think like situationship and then friends with benefit is like a little bit like worse. Like, but like friends with benefit, they strictly want no correlation with each other, like no title, no label, no nothing, but they're still doing things that are in a relationship. Not even, I think it's worse. They're not even doing things in a relationship. It's just for their own benefit.
They're just like doing physical stuff.
Yeah.
And like I just don't know how people like detach themselves, because I feel like it's so like intimate.
Exactly. Yeah. And also like like how, but also with the idea with friends with benefit, like you go from another person to another one really like fast. Like you can, like again, like you detach yourself really fast, so you can move on to each other work. Like how can you not get attached to like something? I feel like,
I don't know, bro.
why would you be in something when you know it's gonna end, when there's nothing there? Like I just feel like it's always just like a waste of time.
Would you date someone out of your league?
Oh, I love that question. What would consider out of my league?
I feel like when people say out of your league, they're usually talking about physical attraction, right?
Yeah,
I feel like if someone is quote unquote like out of your league, that kind of just shows like you're kind of like insecure. But I also felt that way about the last guy I talked to actually.
You thought he was out of your league?
I felt like look wise he was out of my league, but I feel like we're on the same level in terms of like into intellectuality, because I was like we're kind of on the same level, but I feel like he's just more attractive than me.
I honestly think that you were actually more attractive.
That's what everyone says.
That's my hot take. I personally think that you had more like to offer than what he had to, but at the end of the day, like when it's just out of your league, they're just like also a person at the same time. So I feel like there's no like one way to treat someone that's like out of your league and also your league that you would go approach them, you know what I mean? Because like even if you like date someone out of your league, at the end of the day you are they now in your league, or you're, what the fuck is like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Are they now in your league? Like like I don't know, like but I don't know if I would be like, people would be like, oh my god, like he's so out of her league or some shit like that. I don't know.
I hate when people say that like a conventionally attractive person gets with someone who's like might not be as attractive, and then like people are in the comments, like if they make the relationship public or whatever, and they're like, you know, I bet she has a great personality or whatever, and it's like that's so fucked up.
No, I hate that because I think it's just more than looks at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You can't just base one person off of just how they look, or like, oh my god, they're definitely out of your league or in your league.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're together and it works, like they're each other's league. I don't know, like you know what I mean? They make each other. Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes I'm at fault of this, like judging people's relationship. So I understand if it's like the other way around, but I get like even like here, like even I see someone like in like the marketplace, I'm like oh they're like, oh they're together. Like I'm always so like nosy, so I know I get why people are like that, but it is, I think it's just human nature to judge, but like don't do it too harshly. Would you rather just be friends with your true love, or get into a relationship with someone knowing that's gonna end badly? So would you rather just be friends with someone that you really like, or get into a relationship with someone knowing that's gonna end badly?
So is that still like the love of my life, the one that's gonna end bad? Or is it just like knowing that like, you know, you're getting into a relationship with someone and you're gonna be like heartbroken after?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or the like you just still be friends with, or just like the first one is like you just be friends with your true love. Like you'll never be in a relationship with them.
Okay, I don't know if this is masochistic, but I do want to experience heartbreak at least once in my life. Like, not even because I'm like, wow, I would love to be fucking depressed right now, but literally because I feel like I mean, the glow up after a heartbreak is fucking crazy. Yeah. So you
just want to experience the glow up after a heartbreak?
No, not even.
No, that's like your mindset. When you said that you want to experience a heartbreak, I think that was my mindset. Like prior to like you being in a relationship, I was like, oh my god, like what happened if like what is it like? Because like I thought one of my friends told me a story of like how she felt during heartbreak, and I know that like a heartbreak is like really like sad, but I think it's also at like different levels for every people, like everybody, you know what I mean? So like I personally didn't think they dated for that long for her to have the reaction that she had, but I know that like it probably affected her in some way and the others, and I feel like I was really young and naive and didn't know anything about a relationship prior, because like she's been in a relationship and I wasn't in one. So I feel like she would say like, oh yeah, like it was horrible, like she's like, I don't want to, but at the end of the day I also don't want anyone I know to experience a heartbreak because of the stories I hear, and the fact of like now like you know what, like in a relationship you know now like how devastating it can be. Person is no longer in your life, like what you had and what you like in the future, this person will never be in it. And I feel like heartbreaks doesn't even just go for relationships, it can also go for like friendships as well. Like just again like not having that person in your life anymore, or like having that routine that you have is also can be really like heartbreaking as well, you know?
Yeah, I feel like if anything, like friendship breakups hurt so much more.
It really does. Like I really truly felt like like a friendship breakup, like it's actually like a real like breakup. Like I feel like the emotions that
so
an actual breakup, like your heart sinks, like everything. Like, it's so sad. Because I also feel like with friendships, like I feel like you've been through, like, I'm not saying that for relationships you don't, it's also the same idea, but you also been through different stages of life together.
Well said. Wise words are Angelina.
Yes, the stress management class really got to me.
But if we were to look at it from like the other side of the question, like, you know, being in love with someone and never being able to be in a relationship with them, I feel like that's kind of okay too. Like, I think kind of grow to just like accept that fact, and you don't really mind it because like they're still in your life. Like I feel like that's the mindset that a lot of people have for like, you know, let's say they're in love with like their best friend, but like you don't want to ruin that like friendship and stuff, so you like leave it as just like friends.
It's like also you can see them, like you love them from a distance. Like they, like you also like they establish that you guys are not going to be anything in a relationship, but also like the idea, like even in like a friendship, or like if you love someone, right, you always be happy for them. You always like to see them succeed. So whether they get a new one, yes, it will hurt you, but like knowing that like they're happy, they're in love, giving you the stuff that you know, it could be heartbreaking, but like, you know, just to see that it's just also a form of like love. Like, you know, I feel like I would never like go into that relationship like with a heartbreak or knowing that I'm gonna be broken, because that will like set the mindset for the trajectory of the relationship. Like, oh no, like it's gonna end. Like, what are some ways I could prevent this relationship from ending? What are some ways I can fix this, or like I can fix him, or there's something that I could do to make the situation better where the ending was not always so bad. So I feel like for me, like it would always be a constant state of doubt and worrying, like that when it's gonna end, is it gonna be tomorrow, like, and how, like if I know that's gonna end, like it's also going to be very heartbreaking to like even be in that relationship, because like why would I want to be in something that I know that's going to hurt me at the end?
Yeah, I mean, some people like they still go into it like knowing that you know it's not going to end well, like, you know, maybe they're not completely compatible, or like maybe their families don't like each other, like it's a Romeo Juliet situation.
There's experiences with that, like I heard stories about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like because they like really like each other, like they're just like, let's just make the best of it.
Absolutely.
But I think at the end of the day, like, I'm not saying I experienced heartbreak, but just like that betrayal in itself and the way that it made me feel, I was like, I don't know if I want to experience something like that again. I mean, it's gonna happen at some point, right? Like, that's just
what, like heartbreak? Or like just like heartbreaking,
like disappointment, betrayal, like any of those like negative feelings. It's gonna happen again.
I'm not gonna say heartbreak's happy. I was like,
yeah, I feel like I would rather just be friends with someone that like I'm in love with, cause like at the end of the day, like they're still in my life.
At that point, they're still here. You can still give them love, but just not in the way that you would want it. You know what I mean?
And it's not like, you know, you're not gonna find like another person to, like, there's so many people like in this world. It's not like the end of the world if like, you know, that love like it's just like your friend. Most people find that satisfying in itself too.
Like seeing your love.
Being in their life is like enough for them if you truly love someone.
If you truly love someone, that's all that matters. Like you don't have to be in a relationship with them. It's also like just like friendship and relationships are also two different things that I think some people like interpret, like, oh yeah, we're really good friends, we'll be really good in like a relationship, which I don't think it's always necessarily true, because I feel like the different needs and values in a friendship is different from in a relationship, you know? Not
everyone is gonna be like 100% compatible, right? Like it's just really hard to find something like that. But I think it's just a matter of like whether or not you're willing to compromise with this person. Like if you disagree on stuff, like are you guys gonna compromise it, or is that like a deal breaker?
I also feel like, sorry, I also feel like in a relationship, right, you also experience life together. Right, you know what I mean? Like, yes, friendships you are doing that, but then like for a relationship it's more like the ups and downs as you like, again, like share your values and goals. Like how do these values and goals combine together to like you know, like to help like forge your life together, you know? Like how does it, like how are you guys growing together is the question.
Yeah, I feel like every time we do this, like we literally sound like a lot more mature.
I know!
I just sound sick as fuck right now. Like I literally sound like I smoke 10 packs a day. It's so bad. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next semesterly recap.
Yay!